Hey folks, welcome back to the channel where your pocket change could literally turn into a paycheck or maybe even a penthouse. Now, I need you to do something for me real quick. Dig into your wallet, your purse, your couch cushions, the jar full of old coins on top of your fridge, because one little brown coin could be your golden ticket. Yep, we're talking about the 2009 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, and guess what someone recently got offered? Over $209,000 for this tiny treasure. I know it sounds crazy, right? But stay with me and I'll show you why this common-looking penny might just make you a coin collector overnight and possibly a millionaire. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive deep into why this 2009 penny is making serious waves in the coin collecting world. First things first, let's set the scene. It's 2009. The world is slowly crawling out of the financial crisis. Social media is booming, and the US Mint decides to release a special penny to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. Now, in case you missed it, the Mint did something very special with this coin. Instead of just a regular old Lincoln memorial design on the back, they released not one, not two, but 4 different reverse designs, each one showing a different stage of Honest Abe's life: childhood in Kentucky, early years in Indiana, professional life in Illinois, and finally his presidency in Washington. That's right, 4 unique designs, and collectors went nuts over them. But here's the kicker: in all the excitement, some coins slipped through the cracks and came out with rare errors and variations. One of those is the now famous 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, aren't no-mint mark coins from Philly pretty common? And yes, you'd be right, except when we're dealing with rare errors and high-quality strikes from that year, especially on a coin that's supposed to be mass-produced and forgettable. But some 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies were struck on planchets with incredible detail. Some were off-center, others were double dies, and a few even had proof-like surfaces, even though they were meant for circulation. Combine that with the fact that they're tied to a major historical anniversary, and suddenly you've got yourself a seriously hot coin. Now here comes the big money part. One specific 2009 penny in pristine condition, graded MS69 by a top grading service, was recently valued at a jaw-dropping $209,000. That's right, not $2.09, not $20, but over 200 grand for a single 1-cent coin. And before you say, oh, that'll never happen to me, let me tell you a little story. A few years ago, I was digging through my coin jar. You know, the one everyone has filled with old pennies, dimes, paper clips, and mystery crumbs. I was just bored on a Sunday afternoon, figured I'd organize it, maybe cash it in, but then I noticed something different: a shiny 2009 Lincoln penny that just looked way too fancy. At the time, I had no clue, but I looked it up online out of curiosity, and turns out I was holding one of the rare early childhood designs with some doubling around the date and lettering. I sent it in to be graded, and while it didn't hit the jackpot like the $209,000 one, it still sold for a couple $100, and let me tell you, that's the best return on investment I've ever made from doing absolutely nothing. So what should you look for if you're digging through your change? First, check the reverse design. There are 4, and some are rarer than others. Then look at the condition. If it's super shiny without scratches or marks, that's a good sign. Also keep an eye out for doubling, especially around Lincoln's face, the date, and the lettering. And if it looks off-center or weirdly struck, jackpot. Oh, and don't forget to flip it over and look at the edge. If something feels or looks different compared to regular pennies, it might be struck on the wrong planchet, which is even rarer. The best part is people still spend these pennies every day because they don't know what they have. So check your coins. Look at every 2009 penny you find, especially the no-mint mark ones, and don't be afraid to get them graded. It might cost a few bucks, but the return could be life-changing. So there you have it, folks. One tiny penny worth over $209,000 just sitting out there waiting to be found. It's not a myth, it's not hype, it's real money, and real people are cashing in. If you've got even a little curiosity or a piggy bank full of old coins, this is your sign to check your change, because that $1,000,000 moment might be hiding in plain sight. Now, if you found this video helpful, fun, or maybe it sparked a new hobby for you, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss more crazy stories about coins that are secretly worth a fortune. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin, or if you're gonna go dig through your change right now. I'd love to hear your stories, and who knows, maybe we'll feature your find in a future video. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next time someone hands you a penny, it might be worth way more than 1 cent. Keep collecting, and I'll Hey there, treasure hunters and penny pinchers, welcome back to the channel where pocket change turns into serious change and loose coins can buy you loose Lamborghinis. Today we're diving into something that might just blow your hat off and your socks too. We're talking about the humble little 2008 D-Mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. You know, the one you've probably got one rattling around in your car's cup holder or hiding under the couch cushions. But what if I told you that one of these little guys recently made headlines with a jaw-dropping value of $208,000 million? Yeah, you heard that right, not $208, not even 208,000. I am talking 208,000 million. That's right, a penny that could make you richer than your cousin who brags about crypto. So stick around, because today we're going to talk about why this specific penny is worth a small nation's GDP, what makes it so special and how you can tell if you've got 120. And by the way, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss the next coin that could turn your life around. Let's kick it off with a quick backstory. 2008 was a wild year. Gas prices were climbing. The world was on the brink of a financial meltdown, and most of us were just trying to hang on to every cent we could. But amidst all that chaos, the Denver Mint quietly struck millions of pennies with that classic Abraham Lincoln profile. Now here's where it gets spicy. One of those 2008 D Lincoln pennies wasn't just any ordinary copper-colored disc. This one had something different, something magical, an error so rare that collectors were basically foaming at the mouth when they saw it at auction. What kind of error are we talking about? Well, imagine this. The coin was double-struck off-center and had an ultra-sharp detail finish. We're talking razor-crisp rims and details that make Lincoln look like he just stepped out of a 4K movie. To make it even crazier, the planchet, the metal blank it was struck on, wasn't even the usual one. It was a transitional planchet from an earlier year. Basically, this little penny is the coin version of being born in the wrong body at the right time. This error, combined with its pristine mint state 69 red-brown condition and a perfect provenance history, made it go nuclear in value. When it hit the auction block in early 2024, it fetched a whopping $208,000 million. That's not a typo. 208 followed by 6 zeros and then another 6, and guess what? It wasn't even a proof coin, just a beautifully flawed coin that got a second chance at glory. Now, before you go tearing apart your couch cushions and flipping over every penny at the gas station, let's talk about what to look for in a valuable 2008 D Lincoln penny. First, check the mint mark. It has to have that tiny D under the year. Then look for these key signs: double die errors, off-center strikes, unusual planchet material, and that mint luster that shines like your grandma's living room chandelier. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A couple years ago, I was helping my uncle clean out his garage. He had this jar, one of those old coffee tins full of change from like 1987. We going through it, and he says, "Take whatever you want, kid, it's all junk anyway." So I grab a few handfuls and toss in a bag. Fast forward to a rainy Sunday afternoon. I am bored flipping through coins, and boom, a 2008 D penny with a weird off-center strike and a crazy shine. Now, it wasn't worth $208 million, but it still got me a cool $150 at a local coin show. Not bad for a coin that was stuck under a pile of rusty nails and expired batteries. That's the thing, you never know what's hiding in your spare change. So here's the big takeaway: that plain old penny in your pocket might be worth more than you think, especially if it's a 2008 D Lincoln penny with a rare minting error. Coins like this are out there waiting to be discovered by everyday folks like you and me. Before you go spending all your pennies at the vending machine, take a moment to check that one coin could change your life literally. If you found today's story helpful, funny, or even just a little bit mind-blowing, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more tips on spotting valuable coins and turning your junk drawer into a treasure chest. And hey, drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or have questions about your collection. Let's make money the fun way, one coin at a time. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes it pays to be a little bit obsessed with pennies. Hey there, coin hunters and curious minds, welcome back to the channel where small change can turn into life-changing fortune. Today we're diving into a modern coin that might just be hiding in your pocket or forgotten piggy bank. You know that coppery-looking little penny you probably dropped between your car seat and swore you'd fish out later? Yeah, that one. Well, what if I told you that a regular-looking 2007 D Lincoln penny could be worth up to $207,000? That's right, $207,000, not cents, dollars. No joke. This humble 1-cent coin minted in Denver could make you rich overnight. And no, you don't need a metal detector or a time machine for this one. So before you toss another penny into the tip jar or ignore the one on the sidewalk, you might want to stick around and learn why one of these little guys could turn you into a coin millionaire. And yes, I said millionaire with a capital M. Let's start with the basics. The 2007 D penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008, featuring good ol' honest Abe chilling on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Now, 2007 was the second to last year of this iconic design before the reverse was changed in 2009 to celebrate Lincoln's 200th birthday with those cool 4 different back designs. But what makes this 2007 D penny special? It's not the design itself, it's the errors and condition. Here's where things get juicy. Collectors go absolutely bananas for high-grade coins, especially if they have rare mint errors, double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks. Even minor issues can bump the value through the roof. Take this one legendary penny graded MS69, which is practically coin perfection, found by a lucky collector at a local garage sale, buried in a box labeled junk drawer stuff. The thing was clean, shiny, and looked like it came straight off the minting press. It later sold at auction for $207,000 and change. Why so much? Because mint state coins, especially in nearly flawless condition from recent years, are insanely rare. Most 2007 pennies were circulated hard, tossed around, scratched, bent, spent, and forgotten. Finding one that pristine is like spotting a unicorn in your backyard, and if that unicorn was made of copper and had Abe Lincoln's face on it. And let's not forget about those error coins. Some of the 2007 D pennies have doubling in the words Liberty or in Lincoln's eye, which sounds creepy, but collectors love that stuff. One even had a die clash error where parts of the design overlapped in weird ways, making it a one-of-a-kind piece. I actually have a funny story here. I once found a 2007 D penny that looked kinda odd. Lincoln's face looked like he had a second chin, not from aging gracefully, but because of a faint die doubling. I got excited, thought I hit the jackpot, called my brother and said, "Dude, I'm rich." Turns out it was just a fingerprint smudge, but hey, it got me into checking every penny I find, and you should too. Let's talk money. How do you know if your 2007 D penny is valuable? Well, first check the condition. If it's shiny, bright, and scratch-free, you're already off to a good start. Grab a magnifying glass, look at Liberty and the date. Check Lincoln's bow tie for doubling or weird shapes. Also check if the coin feels thicker or has a strange edge. Those are clues of a mint error. If you think you found something special, don't just list it on eBay for $5. Get it graded by a professional company like PCGS or NGC. Because a certified grade is the difference between $5 and $200,000, trust me. And if you're wondering who the heck is buying these pennies for such crazy amounts, well, there are die-hard collectors who want to complete every Lincoln cent collection in the best condition possible. Some do it for history, some for passion, and some just like flexing on Instagram, like check out my flawless penny while you're here sweating over gas prices. So moral of the story, never underestimate a modern penny, especially one from 2007 with a D mint mark. And don't laugh when someone says they're collecting pocket change, because one day they might be driving a new Tesla thanks to a coin they found behind the couch. Alright, so here's the takeaway, folks. Check your change, check your couch, your car, your drawers, and your old jars. Every 2007 D penny you come across could be hiding a six-figure surprise, and that's not just wishful thinking. It's reality for some very lucky collectors. Keep your eyes peeled for sharp details, mint errors, and high luster. And if you find something that looks off or just too perfect to be real, get it checked out. You never know, your next trip to the vending machine might just pay for your next vacation house and maybe a yacht. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins worth money, strategies, and real stories of people getting rich off pocket change, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up. It helps us bring you more hidden gems and Millionaire coin finds every week. And hey, if you've ever found a rare coin or you're on the hunt for one, drop your story in the comments below. I love reading them, and who knows, your story could be the next feature in our upcoming video. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay coin savvy, and remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest value.